Sweet.
Hey, I got one question for you real quick. How do you catch a bear?
Bear trap.
Traps.
Boom. Run the intro.
Run the intro.
What's going on, everybody? We're live here with the boy himself, Sean Staxx.
What's up?
For those that don't know, Sean is the one that we always play in our intro music. So shout out to him for letting us use his music.
I appreciate that a lot, man.
Yeah, it's a solid song. It's pretty cool. It works well with like our whole vibe, so I think it was a perfect fit.
Yeah, and then me and Caleb actually like try to break the song down on the way here, like in our own way.
Yeah, no, we were just talking about everything.
This was happening here. Oh, this was happening here. But it's of course it's like our interpretation of it.
Was it the intro song?
Yeah, it was Better Than Yesterday. Y'all go check it out on iTunes.
Sean Staxx. Also, Sean just dropped a music video today from Mob.
That's like my favorite song, I think.
Yeah, dude,
it's hype, bro. A lot of people react good to that one, man.
That was a good song.
Thank you, dude. I wrote that one. That was like super quick too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw like I don't know. I got tired of seeing like all the Smoke Perp, Lil Pump. I was like, dude, I can make that, but
I like
my
it.
own way, like without dumbing it down, all stupid.
Exactly.
But yeah, I just made that one real quick, and people were like, "Oh, it's a banger!" So but the beat,
the
beat, dude.
It's the beat and the way you're flowing through it is just, God, it's beautiful. Love that. Love it. Love it.
So with that, like, why don't we just kick it off by you taking us through like the process of you writing a song?
Okay.
Your personal like.
So most like approach to every song is pretty much the same. Like I'll just search through. I have like a bunch of producers that I kind of go to. They're my go-to guys. Mm-hmm. I'll see what they've been cooking up lately. If I vibe with something, I'll start. If I kind of like freestyle a little bit to it, and I just vibe real hard, then I'll put it in my software and I'll start mumbling like a melody or mumbling like syllables. Like I think they call it scat. It's like scatting. Okay. It'll be like dun but something. But it's mainly just sounds, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll kind of catch the vibe for it, and then I'll write to it, and then I'll record, and I'll mix it, and then it's done. Sometimes I can do it in like a day, sometimes an hour, sometimes a couple of days. Like it just depends on the track. And also depends on if it's more of a serious track or like something I want to
banger.
Or a banger or something I'm just having fun with, like I'm just throwing bars around and metaphors and stuff. Then those are usually quicker because I don't think too much. I'm not trying to create substance to relate to people.
Right.
But it's pretty much the same process on every song.
That's dope, man. And I like how you say that. Like it depends on what I'm trying to do. It depends on what I'm trying to throw out. Just like something like Mob,
right?
Which is some like, oh, I can do this.
It's a banger.
Yeah. Right. Or something like Better Than Yesterday. Like how long did that take you?
That one, that was before I think I was recording at my house. I was recording at my cousin's, and I was doing them on my days off. I would write to it, and that one I would rewrite a bunch of lines. Like I would write it down, I would kind of rap it, and like, oh, that's dope, but I don't want to say it just like that, or maybe like one syllable was off and it didn't fit like how it should have fit, or if you just, I mean, it's weird if you change one or two words, it can really affect the whole bar of that sentence. Like I saw something with Lil Wayne where he was talking about, he said he was getting swallowed in the Maybach, and then he changed in the Maybach by the Maybach, or vice versa. So it was just changing one word because he wanted to talk about how the car was just so big it was swallowing him instead of like a girl swallowing him in the Maybach. But he changed one word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Make the whole difference in the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the same concept. So like on songs like that where I'm trying to really put a message or trying to put something like from me onto it so people can be like, oh, that's pretty good.
Dope,
yeah. I just I sometimes overthink it, but I'll usually just go through and change everything to where it's like perfect, or how I feel is perfect.
Yeah, where it fits right, where it feels good with you.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself a perfectionist?
Dude, I used to be like pretty hard on myself and like, oh, I gotta be perfect. But now it's just like, if I like it, I know there's gonna be other people that like it, so I'm just like, screw it. If I like it, it's good. It's good to go. I put it out. I don't, you know what I'm saying? And y'all too with your podcast. Like if y'all are doing your thing and you like it, That's all that matters.
That's
If
true.
y'all are happy
Yeah.
with it, that's it, dude.
See, I was too caught up. So Caleb was in the first couple episodes. Caleb was in the background, making sure everything was good, social media, all that kind of stuff. And I was just really worried about, okay, what's the message from this person gonna be? What's the message from this person gonna be? How's this question gonna connect to this question? Then he was like, hey, bro, chill, it's fine.
Yeah.
He sits down with me when he finally he was like, hey, I'll come on the podcast. I'm ready. And then he just starts dropping jokes, and it's funny,
Yeah.
lighter mood, not so
Yeah.
serious. And that's what, like, the podcast was missing, I believe, personally. What it was missing was just, like, his, like, comic relief. Is that what
Yeah.
it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comedic relief, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was missing because, like, so we, like, vibe with everything, whether it's live, wrestling, this.
Yeah.
And, like, we kind of, like, so I'm the impulsive one. He's more of the, like, let's think through this one. So we kind of...
My mom
We kinda
doesn't like
balance,
that.
kind of balance each other.
Yeah,
exactly. So he helps immensely stepping from behind the camera, from behind the social media side of things, to actually just sit down. It helped a lot, I feel.
No, I would agree with that.
Thanks, motherfucker. I appreciate that.
More teamwork, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. So what sort of inspired you to start making music? Was it always something that was on your mind, or was it?
So I guess like I come from a musical kind of family. Like my uncles, they play guitar. 2 of them play guitar. Most people in my family like do some sort of art, whether it's fashion or drawing or music.
Yo, let me see your phone real quick. Keep going.
So I got into drums in like 5th grade because my cousin inspired me. He was just a beast on the drum set. And then so like 5th grade going into 6th grade, I got into like the band and did percussion and stuff. And
Oh,
I think
tight.
that's how I got into like music. So I was kind of like into the rhythm, I guess, part of it at
Yeah.
first. And it's funny because I used to be like kind of gothic and like punkish.
You went through a
Slipknot
phase.
and stuff. Yeah, and
Yes.
then
Oh,
and then I found 50 Cent. And thinking to myself, oh, this is dope. And it was so different than what I was listening to at the time.
Right.
And then I got into 50 Cent, and then I met new people in middle school and sports, and just got into a different group. And then one guy in our group actually wrote music at the time. So he was like 7th grade, 8th grade, writing music. We carried that same group into high school, and then, we start partying, start getting into that scene, and then rap is just blowing up. Lil Wayne's blowing
Yeah.
up. Drake was coming up, and then we all started to kind of take our shot at like freestyling and rapping and buying software. Then my cousin, he's been into metal and bands and drums and stuff like that. He had kind of like a home studio setup, and so we would go over there and record on instrumentals and just like do the karaoke bit. We would do covers of like J. Cole or Lil Wayne. And then
So a lot of people start, huh?
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
with like actually putting music out there would be with covers.
yeah, that's how most people. So yeah, so we would do covers, and we would all kind of like take our turn, just like recording and freestyling and doing all these beats. But only like a couple people took it serious to where they were writing and then wanted to record and put stuff out. And it was me, my cousin, and then my friend Vomp. We kind of were trying to like actually do it for real. And so then I started getting into producing, like making beats, because I was gonna like be the producer for him. My cousin was gonna be the engineer. He was gonna be the rapper. We had like a team. We're like, all right, let's do this. So after high school, I found this studio, and they had like classes they offered to teach you how to engineer and do audio stuff. And so I think I was going to Lakeview for like a month or two, and I found that, and I was like, I dropped out. And I went straight there, and I started taking classes there. So I learned the engineering. My cousin learned the engineering, and then I met other people. Everybody wants to be a rapper, so there was no shortage of meeting artists and people that wanted to rap. So started doing that, and then I turned my parents' guest room, because my sister moved out. I turned that into a home studio, built a booth, built a desk, everything.
Wow. Oh yeah.
Yeah, built it all. And I had like 10 different people I was recording at one time, just for free. Like on my days off, I was like, whatever, let's do this. And it got to the points where I was like, I saw how serious I was taking it, but no one else was matching that.
Right.
And people would either like flake out, be like, oh, I can't record today, or they would be there and oh, baby mama drama or whatever, and they leave. And so it got to the point where I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna learn how to rap. Like I've already done that in the past to kind of mess around, but now I'll take it serious.
Yeah.
And I'll just do it myself. I'll be the rapper and the producer and whatever it takes.
do it all yourself.
You be your own team.
Yeah, I was
Heck
like, I
yeah.
don't care, because I still got my cousin and he's about it. You know what I'm saying? He was real serious about it. So started doing that, and that's how I started rapping. So went from like producing and trying to help other rappers to like, I'm gonna rap. And then that just led me to where I'm at now. It's like, now I love it.
Nice.
You know.
That's awesome, man.
So would you say at the point you decided that you were gonna rap and produce, do you think that's when you started to see music as more of reality rather than like a dream or a hobby?
I think reality hit in two phases. So when I put out my first music video, it was a remix to Versace with Drake and Migos.
Right.
And I did Versace Slaughter, and I spit bars on it because that was like a hype track. It's Migos,
Yeah. Oh,
and,
of course.
And so I spit like just bars, just for 4 minutes straight. And then
Was this like just like you just flowing or written down?
No, it was written. Oh, okay. I can't freestyle. Like that's a whole art in itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and practicing freestyling is something I probably should do because it's fun, but I don't do it. But just wrote to it, 4 minutes, killed it, and we filmed a little music video for it. First video, put it out, and reading through the comments, obviously, there's always going to be hate and stuff, but people were like, yo, this is better than the original, better than Drake, blah, blah, blah. And just seeing that was like, yo, I didn't expect to see that.
They're like, oh.
There's a fire just.
Yeah, I was like, yo, there's people that think I'm better than one of my favorite artists, which is crazy. So that was like the first time reality hit where I was like, okay, this could be something. Fast forward a couple years, it's like, doesn't happen as fast as you think. And there's this preconceived notion that you just make a song and blow up, because sometimes it seems that way with a lot of rappers like Lil Pump and these people that come out of nowhere. So go for a while, and then reality probably hit again last year when I started getting fans from like out of state message me and be like, oh, you helped me and this and that, and they add me, and yeah, dude, like
That's awesome.
There's this chick in like Maryland or somewhere on the East Coast that she always hits me up, and she's like, oh my god, I love your music. She asks for merch and all this stuff, so it's just crazy. Like when I first found her, she messaged me on Instagram. It was near Christmas, and she was like, it would mean the world if you messaged me my birthday or for Christmas or something like that, and kind of treated me like I was famous, you know what I mean?
Dang.
And I was like, that's weird, but that's cool at the same time.
Very
so
odd flex, but
we
okay.
got different hoes in there, or we got hoes in different area codes.
Low
What's
key
up
flex,
with
but
Okay.
it was just different because she was like, I exclusively listen to you and Post Malone.
What?
Dang.
So
she put you at that same level.
dude. Yes,
It was like
Whoa.
post Sean.
yes. And so seeing that again is like, okay, well, all the ups and downs that I go through and the doubts that I have, it's like, forget that, you know what I'm saying? Because there's people out there that believe in me as much as I believe in myself. So seeing that was like another reality. So when I get fans that I have no idea who they are, no connection to them at all, so there's no reason for them to lie or do anything.
Kind of like how we just hit you up and we're like, hey, can we use your music?
Yeah,
We're like,
yeah, dude.
Out of nowhere, like,
Yeah, because
I'm vibing with this.
because
okay.
when you got people around you and you ask them for opinions or whatever, your friends, like sometimes you get the straight truth, but a lot of times you get that half-assed, like, oh yeah,
the
it's good,
sugar
like,
coating stuff.
And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna blow up one day.
yeah, they don't want to
You're
be
good
like mean, but at the same time they're just like whatever, and
Yeah.
everybody's got their own struggles with their own ambitions and stuff. But I think it hit in two phases, man. It was just that beginning, and then recently again, it's just having people reach out to me. It's like, damn, bro, okay, well,
Now they're asking for merch.
yeah.
Now they're asking, yeah.
I just want to say we should be exclusive to the merch.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, y'all are my first interview, so
Heck yeah! Once we get our podcast merch out, we'll send one down. Heck
Yeah, because we're working
Yeah.
on that now. Actually, that was what I was gonna tell you. I was
Yeah.
like, working on that now. As soon as it happens.
dude, I'm
right
about
at your
it.
doorstep.
I'm about
it's gonna
it.
be fresh.
But
We'll trade merch.
We'll trade merch back
Yeah.
and forth.
Exactly,
Heck
yeah.
yeah.
But and that's the thing, like reciprocal relationships. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing that you're touching upon. Just you want your friends or whoever you trust to ask that question on, like, hey, how do you feel about this? To be like, oh, it's dope. Like, I really like this and that. Or you know what, bro? I think you can switch up this, and that.
Yeah.
And then constructive criticism, pretty much like Caleb's mom hit us up after our first YouTube video. She was
Shout
like,
out, Mom.
Shout out, Tanya. And then she was like, hey, notes on your first YouTube video. Boom. Right?
Yeah.
Paragraph on it. I was like, I read up on it. I called her. I was like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Like, if not you, who was going to tell us this?
Right.
And so far,
Right.
nobody asked. So.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, except Miranda.
Oh,
She was telling us to be more exciting with our intro.
Yeah, entertainment value
Traps.
is huge.
And
Traps.
so we were like, traps.
But yeah, so like I completely understand where you're coming from with it, you know. Mostly because we have our wrestling team captain, Riley Williams. Shout out to him. He was pretty much he listens to podcasts all the time, this, that. And if we're gonna do anything and we're like throw out the idea, he'll be honest with us. Like,
Yeah.
we're like, hey, think about making merch. What do you think? And he goes, a lot of people will say that they'll buy a shirt from you, but who's really gonna do it when it comes to
Right, right.
things like that? And I was like, oh, you're right. But then we went and we started going. We started off with stickers. You know, everyone that was on the podcast, boom, you get a sticker or whatever.
Speaking of, we need to order more.
Yeah, we need to order more. They're going by fast. But things like that, you know, like little merch like that, like starts off, he's like, yeah, that's a good idea, or no, it's not a good idea. Like, just being real with people. This is a huge thing, you know?
Yeah, it's good to have those people in your corner, man, because if not, then you're not going to know, like, to get checked, I guess, but not necessarily checked, but just run those ideas by people and make sure that you're not alone in what you're feeling you should do.
Right, and understanding the difference between someone trying to be like pretty much an asshole
Yeah.
and someone just being like constructive criticism, like, hey, there's potential in this, but let me help you and let me tell you what you could do better.
It's like throwing that idea through another filter.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
pick out maybe like something you didn't catch the first go around, and then at the end of the day, you have a pretty solid finished product.
Yeah. And it's hard with subjective stuff too, like especially with music, because I'll ask someone like, that track I did, Lust, I have some more auto-tune on it. And it's for that kind of style, right?
Bars.
So some people like, they won't tell it directly to me, but it'll come back to me through people.
Yeah.
You know?
It's all full circle.
And they'll be like, oh, there's too much auto-tune. And I'm like, okay, well, I tone it down since some of my other songs, but all right. And then I'll find out their favorite artist is like Travis Scott, or, you know, Lil Skies, all these people that use autotune. So it's you can't take some criticism exactly for what it is because they just don't like it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It happens everywhere.
Yeah, they don't feel it, and they have to try to find something to justify why.
Exactly.
But it's okay. If
And
they
you just
don't
gotta
like it.
you gotta differentiate their perspective, I guess, because then it could mess up your own.
Exactly, and it happens a lot. Like, I just don't understand why this happens a ton. I feel like people want to tell me things indirectly, so they'll tell Caleb. They'll tell Caleb.
I'm not
They'll
gonna
be-
name any names,
but
but
they'll be like, "Bro, he wants to walk 49 miles. That's freaking crazy." And Caleb being my best friend, he's like,
I'm like, dude, I live with this
Yeah.
guy. Like, it's not gonna not get back.
Right,
To you.
right.
and I'm like, "Yeah, it's crazy. Do you know why we're doing it though? Like, do you understand
And
why?"
the guy knew. He knew.
But like, just like you, it happens to everywhere, dog.
Yeah.
But man, like, mad respect for the fact. And again, we're going back to "Better Than Yesterday" because it's my favorite song, one of my favorite
Appreciate
songs.
that, dude.
But like, it goes back to that. You when you say like, drop my album fragments, and then you talk about
Try to get some traction.
yeah, made some transactions but still no satisfaction. That's freaking awesome. I was like, I love how like, okay, cool, drop the album, got a little bit of money from it, but where do we go moving forward?
Right.
Right?
Right.
And then I also like how you pretty much like you continue to so me and Caleb were like slightly confused because I was like, oh, boom, kind of like, oh, this, you know, my teachers always knew I had potential. I kind of didn't see it till I picked up the pencil, and then it moves on to like kind of like what we think was you talking about where you want to end up. You know, which is like, if I want to freaking cry in a Ferrari, I can cry in a Ferrari.
Right.
Right? Boom. Cry in a Ferrari. Have a bad girl. Boom, boom, boom. And then you move back to the fact that, like, hey, but, you know, like, they say the grass is greener on the other side, so I'm going to go check mine.
Right.
Or, what was it? what's the other thing? You were like, oh, and you were like, before that, you were like, whoever said money couldn't buy happiness is probably broke, or maybe not. I don't know.
Right.
And then, but the thing is, like, you just keep going back to like, hey, this is where I want to be. This is where I'm at right now. Not where I want to be. Kind of sucks sometimes, but you know what? I still have my vision.
Yeah, there's an end goal.
Exactly. I still have my vision. I still have that end goal, like Caleb said. But you know what? As long as I'm better than yesterday, I'm reaching my goal every day.
Yeah.
Bars.
Yeah. And that's the whole song. Like just to improve whatever it is you're trying to do, man. It doesn't matter if you're trying to like be a CEO of some huge company or you're trying to be like the best janitor at a store. Like it doesn't matter. Whatever you love is what you should do, but always try and be better at it. Because if it's what you love and you're constantly getting better, you're constantly going to like get fulfillment from it. And so that was just the whole message of the song. And then trying to like it's weird because you'll see a lot of people that are like rich and happy, a lot of people that are rich and not happy.
Hey, Jim Carrey, right? It was Jim Carrey. He was like, I wish everybody was famous so they can see it's not what they expect.
Yeah.
Bars.
And I think that's with a lot of things, man. Bars. Like just imagining something and trying to put yourself in those shoes, but actually being in those shoes is just two different things. Like I'm sure you've experienced it wrestling, right? You see how you're gonna go against your opponent, and
it doesn't happen that way.
And the outcome might be the same of how you envision it. You might win, right? But the way you won is probably different than how you imagine it, right?
It's
because
very
you go through these things, but then actually doing it is one thing, and that just
execution,
the execution, and that applies to everything, man.
Yeah, but you know, going back to the fact like how you were talking about like the successful people or the rich people or that kind of stuff, like, you know, when I first started the podcast, it was like I said, successful people, and me and Caleb have a different like definition for success, right? Like people think like, oh, you're successful because you hit a mill on Instagram, all this other stuff. Like, dude, like I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, or I'm not trying to like no, or like
Instagram thoughts.
Yeah, or like shoot shots or anybody, but like yeah. So like at the end of the day, like look at some dudes that like just have like naturally it's lean and muscular, right? Just post. All they gotta do is continue like to work out and all that kind of stuff. They're no bodybuilding dreams or anything, but like they rep a brand.
Right.
Boom. Then you got some girls that just like really just take pictures in leggings and stuff, and they're like 3.5 million freaking followers and stuff.
Boom, roasted.
I'm not trying to roast anybody, but like that's the thing. Like Instagram models, stuff like that. Like, what's the real success in that?
So
I got like 3.5 mil people that want to like
that.
Look at my
yeah,
ass
dude.
and
Social
like
media is crazy. It's a gift and a curse. Because it can be a really good tool for a lot of people that want to do something, you know, like podcasts, music, that are really passionate about what they do. And then there's also a super easy outlet for people that are just kind of lazy and they have the cards played in their favor and they can just take some pics and get some booty pics.
I wish I had a fat ass and some leggings.
Right,
like, damn,
right, dude.
I'd be rich.
I do have a fat ass.
It's everywhere, and and the bad thing about it though is it's like a fake value. People are putting human value on themselves for followers, virtual followers, you know? And that's where I think social media has kind of twisted people's psychology.
Yeah, psyche.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you know what I mean? Because
of what success is.
Because if someone has 1 million followers and I critique something, right? And they're like, who are you? You're a peasant. I have 1 million followers. It's like, what?
There's that word.
You know, what?
Peasant.
It doesn't even make sense. It's crazy when you actually break it down and think about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why I kind of want to like blow up and have this huge platform and be super famous, because I want to stay the exact same and be like, I'm not shit. You know, these 10 million followers doesn't mean nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's how many people follow me, but that doesn't give me any more value than
I'm not a better person than anybody else out here. It's just I do what I love and people want to be a part of that.
It's just popularity. It's just it doesn't really mean anything, man. It's just being popular. But that's how I feel on it, dude. Because I see that stuff and a lot of people, it'll get to their head and it'll make them a nasty person, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
it's crazy because we see that. I feel like these past couple of generations really, you know, kind of grew up with that sense of placing popularity in the same point as like power and success. Because like, I mean, growing up in high school, you always wanted to, you wanted to wear the cool clothes, you wanted to hang out with the cool kids, do what they did.
And then you started wrestling.
And then you start wrestling, and everyone's like, that kid's gay. And they don't talk to me anymore. But it's fine. Dude. That's cool. But, like, we kind of grow up in this sense where our minds are fixated on being popular is equated to being successful and powerful. Yeah. So, like, in my head, like, even though I don't want to think like this, I think, like, shit, if this podcast blows up and we're at, like, the Joe Rogan level, I'm like, dude, mama, we made it. Like, we're here.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, what's successful, to society isn't necessarily successful in our hearts. Success is kind of is having is being financially stable, having a, being able to support your family and stuff like that.
Dude.
And just
That's
being
something
happy
people forget
general.
to do. Like truly, like being happy. Yeah, it's a hassle driving from Plainview to DFW to San Antonio, getting here at 3 a.m, setting all this up so we don't have to in the morning, crashing at like 5, waking up at 9. Sean gets here at 10. Okay, cool. Mike falls, blah, blah, blah. The beauty in the grind, dude.
Yeah,
the beauty in the grind. Oh, hey, next time, let's make sure something can hold the boom arm. Hey, next time, let's leave a little earlier. Let's plan a few hours earlier. Next time, let's just set it up in the morning, whatever it is. Like, me and Caleb went to bed and we were like, bro, this is literally a mini tour.
Yeah, no, it is, bro.
We're on tour right now. Yeah. This is cool.
That's super
and then
dope
we can't go to
traveling.
Bed. Then we can't go to bed. We're like, all right, we're ready. What's up?
I was like, just call Sean right now.
Right, I was like, he's probably just dropping bars in the studio.
Yeah, he's still recording right now. I'll just be like, yeah, I'm on my way.
And but that's the thing. I was like, holy crap! Like, now that it's time to go to bed, it's just all hitting me.
Yeah.
It's just all like there.
And to go back to that success, I think that what Caleb was saying and what you're saying is that, like, as long as you can make a living from it and sustain yourself from what you love, that's success. You know what I mean? Like,
heck yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're super huge or super small. Like, if you can make a living and support yourself, in my eyes, like, that's successful, man.
Heck
well, yeah, like you said, if we can make currency out of this, bro, freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But currency has different meanings. You have you have physical currency, money, and then you have emotional currency.
Okay.
Well, hey, dude, we're in the DFW with our old coach.
Okay, I see where you're going with that now. I was like,
with our old coach from high school, who, to be honest, we completely thought we disappointed the man.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
right?
Bro, he looked me in the eye. He looked both of us in the eyes, and you're like, you guys never disappointed me.
And we were just like,
bro,
boom.
I was like, like, I'm about to cry in this man's house right now. We were talking. That's what kept us up for the next 4 hours on the way over here.
Dude, we were like, bro, I always thought I disappointed this guy.
Just because, like, a hard ass coach, and
he was a tough. He was a tough guy.
He saw in me and Caleb. He saw me and Caleb what we were capable of. We didn't reach it because, I mean, like, me and Caleb just, it wasn't in our cards to do what we set out to do then. But he understood that, and then, like, we've lived with the fact that we believe that we thought we disappointed the man.
Yeah.
And then for him to be like, oh yeah, you guys never disappointed me. You guys always worked hard. There were times where I got on you because you weren't at your 100%, but never disappointed. No, we're just like,
we were like,
damn, that's a good feeling.
Exactly.
And crying in the club right now.
Emotional currency.
Yeah.
Like those, that sense
crying in the club right now, bro.
Crying in San Antonio right now.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's what we're trying to get at with the whole emotional currency thing. Like, that's like a emotional memory that we're gonna remember.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, this is our first mini tour, bro.
No, that's cool, dude.
Wild,
and like, we're booked
cool.
today completely.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
You, 1, 2, 3, 5 more people.
Damn, dude. See, that's hustle right there.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And then tomorrow, if something happens today that we can't do it, we'll reschedule tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow I get to spend time with my little.
We're going to church. I don't know what
brother.
you're talking about. I grew up at.
JK, we're going to church.
Yeah, we're going to church. I grew up at St. Margaret's over by Madison, and that's like, my home church. And I get a text from, shout out to Gretchen. She was She was just a member of the church that we were really close with. Like her son wrestled.
We're gonna adopt her son.
Yeah, we're gonna adopt her son, and then take him in, and we're gonna make him a stud.
He'll be in the world team one day.
Even without us. I get a text like the day before we leave from an unknown number because I got a new phone, and she was like, "If you don't look us up when you're in San Antonio, I'm gonna personally kick your ass." And I was like,
yeah, y'all got to now.
Yo, what?
Y'all have to.
Because I didn't know that number, and I was like, "Who is this?" And she's like, "You can't tell by that text." And I was like, "Look, honey, a lot of people want to kick my ass. Like, I don't know.
It's bad when it gets.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, no, because we can't reschedule for that morning because we gotta go to church.
Yeah.
Because
True, but in the afternoon, and then before 4 because my little brother's birthday.
Oh yeah, shout out your little brother.
Shout out my little brother. 1 year old.
Birthday.
12 whole months.
12 whole months, bro.
You made it 12 months, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. we really out here.
Yeah.
We really out here.
He's finally starting to try to talk.
For real?
Wild, yeah. It's more
nice.
yelling than talking, but
Me too.
it'd be like that all the time.
I think my nephew's like at the same level because he just turned 1 last month. Yeah, last month.
I'm not
Crazy,
ready.
though.
I'm not ready.
I'm not either. Most definitely not.
Ready.
Me neither, dude. Me neither. Seeing my nephews enough to like, okay, that's
Yo,
cool.
that's literally like my friends who have kids. That's like what I call male birth control. Yeah. I'm like, what's up, little one? Let's play a little bit. And then they wear you out.
Yeah.
And you're like, here.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And you're like, thank you.
Hit him with an alley-oop real quick. So kind of back a little bit to that outline, just because we talked a little bit about kids, family, and all that good stuff. So where do you see yourself, or where do you hope to see yourself in like 10 years or so?
AT&T Center.
That would be lit, man. That would be super awesome.
Featuring with Drake.
Oh god, dude, that would be insane.
That'd be crazy.
That would be insane. Cause I watched Drake go from literally the first
Degrassi.
Yeah, the first thing I ever saw of him was he was freestyling at like a club in Toronto, and it was
Shout out to 6.
Yeah, dude, shout out 6. And it was like this clip, like, yo, who is this kid? Like, he's got bars. This is dope. And then he got into that Wayne train, and then blew up, man. Saw the kid come up, and it was super dope. And I remember when he first started, he had a lot of bars, dude. Like, he was super dope. When he was first writing and first coming up.
Before he had the singing stage.
Yeah, like, the man went hard.
He went hard.
He went hard.
But, so let me ask you right there, like, while we're in the subject, what do you think makes somebody blow up like this?
Dude, there's
Just
a lot of factors, man. There's a ton of artists that'll grind for a while, and it'll seemingly like they blow up overnight, but really you're just seeing
You're
at that
just
point.
missing the grind.
Yeah, you missed that whole
You don't
few
see
years
it.
or whatever it was, and then you see them. Oh, they blew up, and to you they blew up overnight, but to the fans that have been following them, it's like, nah, this has been a long time coming.
It's like, yeah, this y'all just started listening to him.
Yeah,
This
When
is what
Sean
you're-
Staxx gets big and stuff like that, they're gonna be like, dude, this guy got lucky, man. He came up out of nowhere, like,
Right.
If you don't shut up right now,
if you don't shut your mouth.
I'll toss you out the balcony.
And then
that
sometimes
baby.
you do have like the overnight success, though, like Lil Dicky overnight, but that's because his comedy thing was so funny that it just spread and it was so relatable. And
Gotta make that money.
did you see his boyfriend, the boyfriend one?
Which one?
What he's talking about is
the dude, her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah,
that is
the
like,
frat boy that like takes his girl, whatever.
yeah.
That was the first one I saw, and then that one blew up.
You seen Professional Rapper?
Yeah,
It's
with
actually
Snoop?
animated with
No,
Snoop,
that was
bro. That's
dude, that was dope.
Dude, that was
That was a super cool concept, and I'm glad Snoop was like, "Yo, I'll do that." Like,
Yeah, dude.
shout out to Snoop. That
It's
was cool.
super cool to see those kinds of really big famous artists like jump on like
Open
new
up.
projects
Yeah,
like that. Something,
yeah, and
something different.
It's Snoop. You wouldn't think Snoop would be down for that
Right?
that
Yeah,
collab with Lil
exactly.
Dicky, but that's
It's like
super
I need
cool.
my double. I need my dual screen action. I'm
Yeah.
not comfortable without my computer. That was
But,
hilarious.
nah, Lil Dicky's a good example. Pump kind of blew up overnight. Post Malone kind of blew up overnight.
But the thing is, Post was like a meme artist prior to this.
Yes. So
People don't know he was a YouTuber.
the memes and the shock value is what's blowing people up now.
True,
Like,
yeah.
The face tats and like how crazy can you get? and
Exactly.
all-
Please don't get face tats.
No, never.
Boom gang.
Never.
That's the only reason that guy got famous,
Yes,
is because he
dude. All
got
that meme
ugly and
shit.
did stupid shit.
And another thing,
Bro,
dude, that's crazy. There's a Boom's face is probably the most tatted.
Oh,
out
yeah.
of everybody.
Gosh, he
Sky,
just looks
Lil
like a
Skies is
crackhead,
pretty bad.
yeah.
He does.
Oh
too.
yeah, he does. Lil Sky.
Lil
He has
Sky's
one
pretty
good song
face.
like nowadays.
He's got a couple that are like they're easily listenable. Like you can.
Yeah,
just-
you
don't have
can
to put-
get
They
into
just
it.
vibe, whatever. But he's a chill dude. I don't think like he seems to like start a bunch of beef or seem
Nah,
over the
exactly.
top or anything.
Yeah.
Like he just
He's
in
trying
his
to go.
lane.
He's trying to go up on
Yeah.
his own way.
Yeah.
He's not like I'm about to call out all these rappers.
Right, he
so I
doesn't
can
do
start
that.
some beef and get famous.
Yeah, he doesn't do that cloud chasing bullshit.
Yeah.
But I mean that works. So that's another thing. We do things that are stupid in social media, but it works. So like we're enabling, and then everybody hops on it and keep doing it. But we keep talking about how it's bad. Like don't do it. But
Yeah.
you know that,
Yeah, exactly,
that cloud
yeah.
chasing stuff and beef and all that. But
You think that's what's separating you?
I don't want to do that. I don't want to be associated. I want to be known for the music because
Exactly. You don't want to be known from your act.
yeah, and I want to build a stronger fan base because that's longevity. I'm thinking long term. Like a lot of these rappers, like you remember Trinidad James, Gold
Sadly.
all on my watch, Gold all on my. That song was
Yes.
huge.
That one song.
then-
Where'd he
and
go?
Then, and then everybody
Where'd he
started
go?
asking him
Where'd
to
he
please
go?
stop making music.
Where'd he go? Designer, Penda. Where'd he
Yeah.
go? That's what I'm saying. All these rappers, they're hitting this huge wave, and then they're gonna
And
fall
then-
off because they don't build that fan base. They don't build the substance.
There's a lot of people that talk. So like with YouTube, right? There's a lot of people that talk about that too. Like you can make that one video that blows up, but maintaining is just so difficult.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure like when you peak, maintain that.
Yeah.
Don't peak so high and then come back down.
Yeah. Because
But-
I think a lot of these people that peak, they're probably like, oh, I made it, I'm good. And they take it for granted, and then they just fall off. Because it
Truly.
takes work.
But hey, you know, like one of my favorite rappers, being besides Cole, being G-Eazy.
Oh, yeah.
You like Easy?
Oh,
Yeah.
we love Easy.
Yeah.
So
I like
so
Easy.
for him it was really a lot about the grind and the just like if he says if he sold 10 CDs in a month he was happy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, things like that. Or what else was it? But one of his roommates when he was like at university, like he knew Wayne's producer or whatever, and then that's how he started opening up for Wayne. A lot of people don't know that. But like
I didn't know that.
yeah, bro, he was like opened up for Wayne for a little bit and stuff like that. But like, do you think like connections have a huge part
Oh, yeah.
in that?
Oh, yeah. Dude, you'll find out so many times like that. Like, you'll just find out an artist had a connection. Like Waka Flocka Flame.
We love Flocka.
His mom managed Gucci.
What?
That's how
What?
Waka got in the game.
It's Gucci.
Gucci was living in his basement and recording in his basement or something like that, and Flocka's mom was Gucci's manager at one point.
Dude,
That's how Waka
freaking
got in.
wild.
And
Waka Flocka 2020.
you don't know that, like, it makes you think how many other artists have these weird connection stories where they're like, oh, my friend did this, or my mom did this, or whatever, know somebody.
Do you try to reach out to artists? Because I know me and Caleb will.
I'll message people, but obviously I don't expect anything. But I just message it. Just
throw
you
it
never
out
know. You know what I'm saying? And I'll put a genuine message. You know, because I don't want to do that spam bullshit. Because if they
Right.
do see it on that small chance, they're gonna be, oh, this guy. You know. But if it's
Yeah.
something genuine, maybe it spikes their interest. Whatever.
Right, yeah. So whenever this whole our little movement started with the march, it was like us trying to get public figures on. So I always started the messages with "This will only take 60 seconds." Right?
Yeah.
Then I would type out
Makes it sound like a pyramid scheme, though.
yeah, really. But like it really does. Like this will only take 60 seconds. They're like, I can spare 60 seconds.
Yeah.
You know? Boom, explain to them what we're doing, why we think they'll be a good fit for it, and then be like, thank you so much for your time. Even if you reply with no thanks,
Right.
we
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like you just have to take those chances, man.
You have
Because
to.
you never know. People that like that do their own social media, like Cole. Cole does. I don't know. I feel like Cole would take like
Do his own thing.
manage his own social
Yeah.
media.
He probably does.
Joe Rogan, people like that. You
Yeah.
know, more people that like I just feel like will follow their own and don't have a assistant doing that for them.
Yeah, or like a team. Like,
Yeah, I would message them. You know, if I feel like they have a team, I'm like, hey, it's not gonna be worth it. You know, but I always started like that. This will only take 60 seconds.
And it's hard to like, advertise yourself without coming across as an ad.
Yeah,
You know, because you want to reach people, but you don't want to turn them off and turn them away. So it's finding that balance.
Exactly.
And it's everywhere now because that's just the thing to do. You go on YouTube, Facebook, wherever, any social platform.
Ads
everywhere. Everyone's trying to promote something. Everyone's trying to hustle something. So what I've been doing is seeing what other artists and other rappers and producers are doing, seeing their message, and not do that. Exactly.
Because that's already done.
Yeah, and other people are going to do it. So as soon as you read like 3 or 4 words, if you've already seen that before, you know, oh, it's just some bullshit, and you're going to go away from it, you know. But if you, like, I've been commenting lately on videos where I'll be like, you know what's crazy, ... and then I'll like hit a bunch of spaces to where you have to click read more.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, y'all sleeping on me. You know? Because I don't see that, but it makes them click, and I've gotten more feedback off of those types of comments than the, oh, it's my dream to do this. I've been doing this for 6 years. That whole like desperate spiel that works, but I don't want to be associated with that, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's played out now, and stuff gets played out real quick.
Sweet. So back to that question that we started this. Where do you see yourself in 5
Oh,
years?
yeah. So,
about that one.
within 5 to 10 years, definitely like making a living from music in some way, shape, or form. Like if I'm writing for other people, if I'm producing or collabing or whatever, my own stuff, like for sure making a living. Because I think it's getting to that point where I'm starting to get fans and subscribers, and it's starting to build. And the way algorithms work and all these, you know, social platforms is the more you have, the more your pop up in those search engines, the more that YouTube recommends your videos, stuff like that. Like it's just exponential. It's a snowball effect. Just starting is the hardest part. So I think I'm on that path to where it's like, I don't know, man, any day now I could do one video. Like I came across a rapper last night before I went to bed. His name was Vinjay, I think. He's got 5,000 subs. His video that I watched was super dope concept. I've thought about it. I'm pissed I didn't do it, but it was a mumble rapper versus a lyricist. Oh. And he played both parts in the song. And when he did the mumble rapper, he dumbed the lyrics down super dumb, and he did auto-tune, and it sounds like a mumble rapper. And then he would flip to the lyricist, and he was in a battle, right? Yeah. With himself, and it was super cool. And that had like 60,000 views. Like that's dope. I go through his videos. The past 5-6 videos he did before that were all like 800 views, 400 views. Yeah. So it's just that one that that hit. Yeah. And now he's starting to get momentum. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. You guys watch Gary Vaynerchuk? So he's an entrepreneur, big entrepreneur. Gary,
the crazy guy that's like that kind of sounds like this sometimes too, because he's
always cussing.
Yeah. He worked with A-Rod or he did a podcast with A-Rod.
Maybe he does a Vayner Media, I think.
Yes.
He got into the game with wine, and now he's like podcasting. That guy hustles like crazy. Anyways, he was doing a podcast with a rapper, and he was saying that rappers are like entrepreneurs now, and you never know, just one more song. Like it's so cool being an artist because it could be that next song, you know, just one more song, one more product, and then you're good, dude. Like you've got the traction, you keep going. So that stuck with me, and it's like, dude, just one more song. So I try to do like a song every week. But going back to the original question, 5-10 years for sure, like making music and getting a income off of it is where I see myself.
Heck yeah. And you know, as of right now, what is your main source of income?
Oh, HEB.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to HEB.
Shout out HEB. Yeah. No, it's a good company, dude. They're flexible with me. Like, they know I do my music. Like, the store that I work at now, they know I do music on the side, so they give me 4 days a week, 3 days off to work on my grind. That's awesome. Only closing shifts, so I don't have to wake up at 5 or wake up, like, it's set in stone. So it's cool.
That's awesome.
Heck yeah. That's freaking awesome. I always wanted to work at HEB when I lived here.
Dude, it's a good company.
It's like so great whenever you have like that support.
Yeah. No, it helps out a lot.
You know, and then it helps out too whenever like I remember I think it was the one like we dropped a podcast with Dr. Joshua Moore, and I thought that was shit, dude. I was like, dude, this guy has a great like background, great this, great that. But it didn't go like it didn't blow up as much as we wanted to, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, on to the next one. Like, let's get the next one. Let's work on it, all that kind of stuff. Because like, I just remember, man, if you quit, then you're done For sure.
Yeah.
So I try to keep that. Caleb reminds me of that a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I remind him of that. So like we're just kind of keep each other accountable for and stuff like that, you know.
Dude, you have to keep going, bro. Like, I've been there too, where I'm like, oh, this is so dope. This is gonna blow.
You're
up.
gonna
Like,
quit though, right?
yeah, there's been times, oh, dude, because you put in so much work into something, so much effort into something, and you love it, but at the same time, the reality is that like you need money to do certain things. You have to survive. You have to live. You have to support yourself. So putting so much time and effort into something and not getting a return is frustrating at times, and then you have to deal with bullshit. And dude, we're all human. We go through ups and downs. So
We have emotions.
yeah, at your
exactly.
downs and at your lows, you're just like, man, why do I do this? You know, you doubt yourself. Should I do it? I haven't gone anywhere. I've been grinding this long. It's like, no, I'm done.
I remember I started following you on your social media as like really getting into it, kind of going to like the way back songs, not just the new ones. Listen to the album that was out, and then I see on your snap you're like, hey, like, you know, quitting music, gonna just work, gonna grind. It's not going the way I wanted to, and then like all your fans were like, don't do that, please, like.
Yeah.
And then I saw the other things you put, you were like, hey, like, sorry, like, I won't give up, like, my bad.
Yeah.
But, like, I just, like, within, like, maybe 5 minutes of that post, like, hey, I'm going to quit, like, it was fun, blah, blah.
And
it was like, please don't, like,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
like, please don't do that, please
Yeah.
don't do that, like, and just like you say, like that Maryland girl, like,
Yeah.
like, hey, it means so much if you would hit me up on my birthday, this and that, all that kind of stuff. But, you know, one thing that sets you apart that I see is, like, you don't have an aura of, like, I'm unfuckwittable.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I'm a rapper.
Unfuckwittable.
That's a song. I don't know.
I've heard that term
I
before.
know. I wanted to make sure I heard what
You heard what you thought you heard?
You like
whoa,
you don't have this aura around you. You're like, I'm gonna run my own social media. I'm gonna be my own producer,
Yeah.
my writer, and my artist. But you don't. You're like, oh, my fan wants to use my music on his podcast. Go ahead, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know, things
Not
like
that douchey, like, oh, I need my cut, or
Yeah, exactly. You're like
making.
exactly, because
Yeah.
like what we were expecting, was literally you to be like, yeah, it's this much per month. Things like that. That I'd like to be completely honest, because I mean I just come from a background like money talks pretty much.
That's true.
And that's what me and Caleb kind of like understand, like, okay, like how much for this, how much for that, how much,
Right.
and
right.
then we'll work something out from there.
Yeah.
But the fact that you were like, dude, yeah, hell
Go
yeah,
for
go
it.
ahead, go for it, bro.
Yeah.
You can use whatever you want. I'm like, for real? Whatever?
Yeah.
That's it? Like,
Yeah.
is he typing? No.
No, because you gotta have those relationships, and going back to building that fan base, like, it's so important. Like, had I been like, oh, I'll charge you, y'all could have been turned off from my music, turned off from me as a person, be like, oh, you know, fuck that guy. And I don't know, it's just me and building my brand and who I am. Like, I would rather be that relatable dude that you could go to up after the show and talk and relate and say, I've been there, and I just want to have that connection with people.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And for like everybody watching this on YouTube and listening to it on whatever you're listening to it on, I mean, we met you like 10 minutes before we started recording.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's just-
like
Yeah.
physically.
Literally,
First
yeah,
like,
today.
I walk
Yeah.
down there, I see him in the lobby. I'm like, what's up, big dog?
Like, whoa,
Yeah.
We're actually
we're doing this.
We're in here.
really out here, bro.
Yeah, dude.
That's literally been our motto this whole trip. Like, we're really out here.
We really out here. You got to do it though,
really
man.
out
You got to just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And I don't. You waste time. Like, if you try to like met me before or set something up and then do the podcast, it's like that's one more thing you had to do before the podcast.
Right, exactly. So I feel like it was great
Do it
that
all
we
at
were
once.
like, we met, we sat down, and I was like, let's kick it.
Yeah. Plus, it's all natural energy and just like
Yeah, it's
off,
not
off the top.
I mean,
you know
yeah,
what
we
I'm
have a
Exactly.
couple questions to kind of get it started, but there's a ton of questions we didn't even touch.
Exactly. We just wanted that organic conversation, really.
Yeah.
But, man, I just had a question. Caleb, stall real quick while I remember the question.
So, you know, I have this alter ego that I like to. It's my SoundCloud rapper. I'm Young Money McJuicy.
Young Money McJuicy.
Young Money McJuicy.
All right. Okay.
And it's spelled Y-U-N-G.
Y-U-N-G. Okay.
And then money, and then M.
Money sign.
No. The C in Mick is like the cent symbol. Because I'm broke as hell. So, like, if I started putting out music, do you think, like, that whole, like, vibe would sell?
Dude, honestly, bro, like, there's a market for everything in music. Like, you can have meme rap, parody rap, real rap, sad rap. I mean, there's so much out there.
There's a rapper that's like YNBA or something like that.
Yeah. Young boy NBA, yeah.
Yeah, that's like just too many words.
Bro, there's a lot of there's a group of them though, like NBA Youngboy, and then the YNW Melly. There's
Melly, yeah.
There's one of
that
them
was a crazy story.
Oh,
Murder on My Mind.
Yikes! This how you gonna tell me?
Yeah. Big yikes, dude. Big yikes. I don't know.
Yikes on butts.
That's
okay.
crazy.
I got my question.
Murder brought it.
You're like,
murder.
Ah, by the way, you're in my hotel room.
Murder brought it to me. Have you ever murdered a crowd? As in, like, have you ever performed yet?
No, not yet. All right, so
Oh my God.
I've like that's funny how that transition.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Have you ever murdered a whole crowd?
Nah.
what if
Words.
you just said yes beforehand? Like, have you ever murdered a crowd? Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Whole
murdered?
crowd.
Yeah, actually. I'm uncomfortable now.
Thanks for tuning in.
No, I've done some open mic at like Sam Ash, but I haven't done a crowd yet. My friend has done some shows with Kyle Lee, and he's done some like festivals and stuff. And I've talked to him about it. It's pretty hard to like set a show up and get everything going.
Isn't there a place here like the White Rabbit or something?
I think they closed it down and turned it into
They closed that down.
I forgot what it's called.
Because I remember a lot of people would just book that.
Yeah,
And like
that used to be the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That was
think
the
think
spot.
they closed it. Like 2
And
years
San
ago?
Antonio doesn't help. It's a bad scene for music, like
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah, because like
It's-
the Aztec theaters, like they book like Waka Flocka, Bryson Tiller, people like that.
It's hard to get like the small venues booked in San Antonio. It's mainly like the center, like AT&T and stuff. with
Yeah.
Katy Perry, Drake, like the big names.
Young Money McJuicy.
Yeah, Young Money McJuicy. Sold out in 2 hours.
Trash Boy Nando.
Austin, is that yours? Trash Boy Nando.
Yeah,
Yes, dude. I actually
and
have
together we're the Bros.
the Bros,
Ah, dude, two great individual names, but the dumbest.
the duo.
Yeah,
Duo name is just.
but it works that way. Like Young Money McJuicy, Trash Boy Nando, the Bros, and
The
you're
Bros.
like, what?
Y'all don't
Let
have any
me- let
songs
me-
out?
Oh, yeah,
Clickbait.
we're working on it. We're working clickbait.
It's like, wow, two great names in a shitty group name. Boom.
Boom. I mean,
Sub.
y'all got the mics.
Yeah, bro.
Y'all
I'm
got
telling
plenty
you.
mics.
We always mess around and we're like, yo, we're just gonna use the podcast to start dropping beats. And
Dude,
then I'm
it
like,
could
nah,
work, man.
I'm better at just talking than rapping.
Yeah,
It's funny. It's funny because a lot of people will. I'm sure you've seen it like on YouTube. They're big YouTubers, and then they decide to drop a rap track or drop a rap. Like everybody
Tiny
wants
Meat
to be a
Gang.
rapper,
Yeah,
dude.
Tiny Meat Gang, bro, they're
Who's that?
hilarious.
Cody Ko and Noel Miller.
Bro, those guys, you gotta listen to them. They're
Hysterical.
Yeah.
hilarious.
Y'all have to
Shout out
Dirty
to them.
rappers.
link me some stuff on that.
I
dude.
will.
Heck yeah, bro.
But yeah, dude, I get what you're saying. Like, they just think they can rap now.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have a fan base though, like on anything,
Yeah,
and you
can
drop something,
do whatever because
a,
they're.
s- a certain amount of people are gonna like it because they're fans of you. So
Yeah.
that's also kind of when I see that, I'm like,
You're like, why is this guy
you
getting?
don't
big?
even like music, like you don't even like rapping.
Like
But it's provocative. It gets the people
But at the
going.
same time, I can't be a hater because it's like they're just having fun. You know what I mean?
They're,
So
they're expressing themselves
Yeah.
They're doing
creatively.
them.
You know,
They're
let
doing
them do it.
yeah,
Next question. Like, okay. Dang
Wow.
it.
I snapped
My
like right
bad.
as that went off.
Next question, all right? Check this out. No, you're good. It's a dream come true. All right? You get a phone call from whoever. They're like, yo, you're dope. We want you in a track. Who's calling you?
Ooh, man, that's a tough one.
It's Young Money McJuicy, isn't it?
It's
Heck yeah.
definitely it's the Bros.
It's the Bros.
Man, that's a like number of people, bro. Like Cole, Kendrick, Eminem,
J. Cole.
Logic, Wayne. I mean, even for like 50, like people that I just grew up on, man, that just got me into music. Like any one of those I called, like, yo. But for real, like probably J. Cole right now because I feel like he's
got me up all night.
Yeah,
Constantly singing them love songs. She got me up all night. All right, check out our SoundCloud.
Like,
The Bros.
But we don't have it. Check out his SoundCloud, all right? He's got dope music.
I do have a SoundCloud.
We don't have shit.
Don't trust my opinion.
I think J. Cole or Kendrick, bro, because they seem down to earth and real. Like they haven't strayed away from who they were when they started. In the game.
Born Sinner, bro. When he talks like, "Oh, I almost sold my soul to the devil." Thank God, I just went.
Yeah, wait till you get that call.
Rough.
If you get that call and he's like, "Hey, look, you'll blow up," but you know,
gotta sell your soul.
If I'm getting that call, I've already like made enough noise and made enough waves to do it on my own. So
you've made enough waves to literally not promo anything, drop something, and it blow up. Shout out KOD.
Yeah. But for real, like if I'm getting that call, then I've made enough noise to where I'm getting picked up on that big label radar. So it's like I would just stay independent and keep doing my thing.
Are you religious, bro? Random question.
Not really.
You believe in God?
Yeah, I believe in like something up there, but
greater
like,
than us.
Yeah. But religions, there's so many, and I feel like so many people get divided on it.
It's all good.
Similar to, like,
Christianity
politics,
started as a
you know
cult,
what I mean?
and then Mormon happened.
Yeah,
really funny. Check out our podcast on that, dude. It's hilarious.
For real? Link it to me.
I will for sure.
Yeah, it drops. It drops
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Oh really? Oh okay. So you'll just link it when it drops.
Yeah.
You've already seen
Check that out.
Boom.
Yeah, it's already came out.
We'll put the link right there.
# Mitch, our assistant coach, straight up roasted Mormons.
Oh God bless.
Dude,
he just
was,
went in.
No. But he was. He goes. I'm sorry for the people I'm about to offend. So at least he was like.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm about to say something. You might want to fast forward.
Yeah.
But. Boom.
Sympathetic, you know.
Exactly.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, that's completely fine, bro. Like, there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, I believe like something greater than us, whether it be God, whether it be the energy, whether it be whatever.
Yeah.
You know, but I feel like faith is something just good to have.
Yes. No. And I love the concept of religion. I love how
it's wild.
And well, yeah. So it gives people direction. That's why I like religion and the concept of it. No matter what religion it is, like as long as you're not hurting other people, not hurting yourself, like you're trying to live a good life, better life.
That's literally what Mitch tries to do. Like our assistant coach. He
just flames Mormons.
It happened. Like,
it happened,
no
and
lie.
it was amazing.
At least he like pre-apologized.
Yeah,
for
he was
it,
like,
you know?
"Look, this is about to hurt somebody."
Yeah.
Shout out Mesa, Arizona.
Shout out.
God.
But oof, rough.
Big.
So you definitely want to be on a track with Cole.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I feel like Cole, Kendrick, a lot of those top dudes that are still like lyricists and like
I think
more into
Kendrick's
hip
going
hop.
away from it. I'm gonna be honest.
I think he's cooking something up. I don't know.
Kind of like Cole was just like,
Yeah,
being like,
I
hey,
think
here's a freestyle.
I think
Working
because
in the back.
those artists to me, I feel like they really spend time on their craft. So I can see him just like working.
How long
and
did it
working and
take
working.
from Forest Hill Drive to KOD? Or you guys only to KOD?
3 years, right?
Yeah.
And it made so much freak. It went platinum within like months of being out.
It's Cole. Like Cole does
Cole
that,
world.
you know what I'm saying?
Cool. Word.
But they spend time on it. You can tell the difference between their craft. I always relate it to food. Like you got fast food, you got 5-star food, you got steaks, you got stuff
Tamagotchi.
imported. Yeah, like you can tell the
been
difference.
Tamagotchi?
So Lil Pump and all these other rappers are like fast food. It's easy.
Right.
It's not that it's necessarily bad. It's just the quality difference and how much time went into making it versus Cole's on that 5-star chef life. Kendrick, Drake, they're more into that higher quality. Yeah,
That
exactly.
finesse.
Salt Bay. That finesse.
bro.
So that's why I think those newer artists do so well because McDonald's does so well. It's fast, easy, accessible. Like you don't have to think about it. You just buy it.
Man,
Same thing.
Shout out to McDonald's while we're here. Damn.
Dude,
shout
I
out
haven't had
Mickey D.
McDonald's in years, bro.
Dude, good for you, bro. We need to start learning
good for
from
you.
you.
Yeah.
It's a problem for me.
Mickey D's, man, they'll get you.
Yeah,
But no, if Cole called or Kendrick called, like that would be insane, and I wouldn't stop working on that track till it was done. You know what I mean? Like,
oh heck yeah.
that'd be so
that's a
lit.
dream. That's a dream.
All right, bro. Let's move on to like our final question.
All right, sweet. So,
Try to look the lyrics back and find it.
what is your message to anybody?
No, the one before that.
The one before that. All right, well we're just gonna
there's
cut
2
that
more
shit
questions.
out.
Oh,
Yeah.
swag.
Oh, swag.
Perfect.
So yeah. What song that you've produced and you've created? What song is your favorite or the most meaningful to you?
Probably better than yesterday. Yeah, that one. Shout out better than yesterday. That one definitely
Bars.
like. I got a lot off my chest. A lot of people related to it and hit me up and like. They could apply it to their own struggles. Like a lot of my cousins hit me up like, "Yo, I'm struggling with this in the Air Force, or struggling with this in school, and not know what to do. Blah blah. I want to give up," because I think that's ultimately everybody goes through that. Like everybody's trying to find their way. Everybody wants to give up. They're not sure. Nothing's happening. Like no matter what you're doing, it's hard to just stick it out and see that bigger picture and to keep going. And so I just put that on a track, man. I was just like, this sucks, but at the same time, like I love it. And,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Ups and downs. And
So I know we hit this up before the podcast started, but why don't we talk about how Better Than Yesterday came to be?
Oh yeah. So like I was telling you, with this artist I came across, he's from Austin. His name's Noah North. He did a track called Goat, and that blew up on Rap Nation. I saw that. I was going through his music. I'm like, oh, this dude is kind of like blowing up. Like he's on a come up. I caught him early. And I was going through his music on SoundCloud, and he had a track that was more like relatable. It wasn't like a flex track. It was kind of like
Crooked Smile.
Yeah, kind of like that, or like Drake's Paris Morton music, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
For sure.
and I just got inspired by that, like, yo, dude, I feel you on that. I need to tell my own side of it and tell my own story of it. So
Yeah.
found the beat, just skimming through beats, heard one, just like, oh, just click, just felt it, wrote to it, and then what's funny is I didn't put that out for a while. I was sitting on it for like a year or so.
Wow.
Jeez.
Maybe even longer, dude. I've recorded
on
that.
some J. Cole things.
Yeah, dude.
Some J.
I
Cole
recorded
shit.
that and I still have songs I've recorded like a couple years ago I haven't put out.
Are you just still working on them?
No, dude, they're done.
they're
I just some songs
Not ready to drop yet.
Well, not necessarily not ready. It's just I don't know. They're just there. Like that Better Than Yesterday. I was sitting on it, and I got caught up in making so many new songs and what I was currently doing with videos, and because there's a lot. You know what I mean? So just
Yeah.
I got caught up in it and didn't release it. And I was like, you know what? I need to release this one. Like I like this. Shoot a video for it real quick. Put it out. And that one just resonated with a lot of people. And I think anytime an artist is like vulnerable and they show that side, and it just, that connection is a lot stronger, and people are like, okay, well, they're a person just like me.
Right.
And that's kind of where I want to go and be that artist that relates to people and is just a basic, just another person, but I'm on a different path.
Yeah, I like the simplicity of the video too.
Just in the
Just
studio.
In the studio.
Yeah. Because I didn't want to overcomplicate it. And the visuals got to match the words and the vibe too. So simplicity was definitely one for that one. For that
Right.
video.
It's way easier to connect to somebody, in a booth, just doing what they do, than, Lil Pump doing whatever he does in his
Right.
ridiculous videos.
Lambos and 40 models and stuff.
Exactly.
It's like, can't relate to
Right.
that.
I can't, no. I drive a Ford Fusion and my bumper is held on by a shoelace right now. So
For real?
Yeah.
Yo, but sorry, I'm just caught up in that song right now. I really am. It's like playing in my head right now.
Yeah.
Dude, we were
Yeah.
it was 2 a.m. and we were breaking it down in the car.
Yeah, man,
just-
and it's like me and Caleb feel that shit, bro. Like lately, I ain't sleeping much. I'm staying up at night. Our days end at like 3:30 in the morning after we're done
Yeah.
editing shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Wondering if like everything you do
all
is
your
right.
choices.
Exactly. I'm like,
Right.
are we supposed to be doing this? Am I supposed to be trying to join the military right now? Like, am I supposed to just stay and grind on this? I think we figured the answer to that one. Won't get to it on the podcast though.
still work in progress.
And that's part of the journey too, man.
Exactly.
Like, a lot of stuff's not just like set and clear. It's something you figure out as you go.
Oh, for sure.
What's after that?
Lately, I ain't sleeping much. I'm staying up at night, wondering if all the choices that I make are right. A lot of people doing music for a piece of pie. All I really wanted was some peace of mind.
Boom.
So here's a piece of mind. So it's like a lot of people just do music for
Seriously?
money, and I just wanted some peace of mind. Like, yo, is this is this what I'm supposed to do? You know,
Like,
I feel like
a lot
I'm
of
good
people
enough.
for us, it's like a lot of people are hopping on YouTube, podcasts, trying to make some money real quick, all that kind of stuff. But we just want to get like the people we know, like, dude, look at this guy's stories. Look at Coach Conger's story. Look at Mitch.
People go.
Exactly. Pretty much, dude.
And that's the difference.
Like, this is all
y'all got that
real.
passion. You know what I'm saying? You have that passion that separates you someone that's just trying to like hop on the train and just make some videos just because they see it as like a quick buck or something easy to do. But that's what separates y'all, and that's what's gonna create that lane for y'all, and ultimately y'all have your niche.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And then you go on to, and then you like, what's the next one after that? Sorry.
Sleeping much saying, so here's a piece of mind. I'll hold the door open for you while you step inside. Sorry for the smoke. I might be kind of high. My head up in the clouds. Hope you aren't afraid of heights. So that kind of goes to that creativity line.
Right.
And it's like, that's where I'm living. Like, I'm a realist, but at the same time a dreamer. So I live in a different world. I'm always trying to think of what I can do that's not.
We see a desk with the camera, with the TV, but you're like, holy shit. That right there is like the way we get out to everybody.
Yeah.
Like looking at things in a different point of view that no one else is gonna be like, it's just a fucking camera, dude.
Yeah, I already see this like post edited and everything.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I think that's a big reason why you're so diverse with your music and what you're able to create. Because you can go back, like, because in the song, like, you can go back and forth between being like, you know, this is where I am, this is reality, but, you know, I want to cry in a Ferrari, I want bad bitches and all that good stuff. Like, you can do that because you see everything from so many different points of view, and it's so cool to see that creativity kind of show up in each song, because each song is kind of different for you.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And then you move on to, all my teachers used to tell me that I had potential,
but I never knew my talent, that was confidential. Life was never feeling right until I grabbed a pencil. If you want to build your dreams, you need to write utensil. So that one,
dude, that was like, boom.
Yeah, bro, because that's super relatable, because I'm sure everybody's heard that before. Like, oh, you have potential, you know this, but it's always just that. You have potential, but for what? You know?
Exactly.
Like, everybody's different. Do I have potential for science? Do I have potential for math? Like, what is it? And I never knew what it was. My teacher just like, yo, you're wasting your potential. You know, shout out Mr. Owsley. Favorite English teacher. He would always, I think that's goes to my writing, because when I would actually write stories or essays for whatever we were covering, like, he would read them and be like, dude, you're a really solid writer. Like, you have potential. And I never knew what it was for until I started rapping. When I picked up the pencil, like, when I started rapping for myself, because these other artists flaked on me and they weren't about it, so it's like, I'll start doing it. That's when I realized, okay, I can write. Like, that's what I need to focus on and work on. So you need to write utensil, you know, to build your dreams.
That's true.
You guys need to write the right stuff to build your dreams. You know what I mean? You need these mics, these mixers, these
hotel setups.
Yeah. It's
hotel living.
But it's all part of the grind. You know what I mean?
It really is, man.
Yeah. And then the next verse from that is,
he just wants to hear
the whole song.
Yeah. We're breaking down the whole song right now.
Right utensil. No, told us about right utensil. That was confidential. Man, I don't remember the next part. You're gonna have to.
Good.
Yeah, you're gonna have to bust it out.
Oh. No.
Well, that was fast.
To try and get some traction, made a couple transactions, but still no satisfaction. I look around and I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I'm always looking for a star that I can wish upon. Life's a bitch and she keep calling, but I don't respond. Life is just a game of chess, don't ever be a pawn. I don't need Google Maps to know my destination. Born for greatness, I always had high expectations. Music lives forever, I don't see no expiration. I'ma be immortalized for all this dedication.
All right, we'll stop right there. We'll stop.
All
right, it's just like we'll stop fangirling, but like y'all go listen to it.
Man, y'all make me want to do another song like that. Like,
dude,
this
bro,
week
like,
I'm off today, dude, so I'm gonna write another song like that.
That's
bro.
what we were talking about. Yeah. We were like, shit, like this one spoke volumes to us. Mob, like the first thing that came to mind, I was like, let's throw a party.
Yeah. And then, what was that? What was that lyric I tweeted out? I tweeted out a
Oh,
lyric.
you stick your hand out, but you never let
Oh,
it.
yeah,
my
dude,
goodness,
bro.
bro. We heard that, and I was like hopped off my chest, like, what?
Yes, dude, because I actually had funny story.
Background to the verse.
Past couple months, I released that "Hold Me" track. That was kind of like like a sad, like vulnerable
Bro,
track.
that
I
was.
love that one. Cause
Thanks,
I'm
man.
always
I
on my
appreciate
sad
that.
shit.
I got that featured on a couple channels.
Oh, for
and yeah, it kind of like blew up on Spotify. Not like blew up, but a little bit. Like
There's
as far
a
as
lot of
promotes.
listens to it.
Yeah, and on YouTube and stuff, and the channel had like 100,000 subs that promoted it, and I was like, oh, that's so dope. Someone saw that I used to be like really tight with, and then they called me out of the blue. Was like, yo, that's so tight. Can't wait till we blow up, and like started including themselves in it.
Yeah,
like
you're like, yeah, now I'm on
We?
the team.
yeah.
Who?
You learn in French? Like, what's this we stuff? What are you talking about, bro? Like, you weren't there the past 5 years of the grind. You know what I'm saying? And
That's how long it's been, huh?
Yeah. I've
Wow.
been doing rapping for about 5. The whole music thing since I was 18, so about 9 years. But the rapping for about 5.
That's crazy.
But yeah, dude,
dog.
like you start getting a little bit of some
Who?
success, a little bit of numbers, and then they start hitting me
And
up
they're
like,
just
"Yo."
like, yeah, man, I always believed in you. Like,
Yeah.
I was there for you the whole time, man. You just never asked.
Yeah.
I was there for you
okay.
if you needed me.
Nah.
It's like,
Yeah.
Nah, you never lent a hand.
Why you got your hand out? Yeah.
exactly.
Oh my god, I'm gonna
But-
get that like.
Snakes in the grass start to stand up.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, I was living my best life watching that music video right here, and he comes out of the shower and I was like, bro, the video just dropped,
Literally, I'm in a town like, what?
and we're just
Just
watching.
run
it,
out
like,
the.
Live, bro.
I'm- shit, I was
Just
like-
like I'm standing over him in a towel, and I'm like watching it the whole time. I was like, that's dope.
It's lit.
It literally
Yeah.
was
The-
like, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
was
song
like,
gets me hype.
Hotel party question mark?
Yeah, that song is hype, dude.
Psych.
I
Fiance's
want
not
to
here.
perform that one. That one,
Heck
I
yeah,
I could see the
dude.
crowd going crazy and like jumping in the
Oh
crowd,
my
just
gosh, it's
a riot,
Yo,
mosh pit,
right. A mob.
we're gonna
Dude,
make this happen.
mob.
We're gonna make this happen,
Yeah.
bro.
mob, dude.
We'll
I'll literally like, I'll ask around. I have to know people. Like,
that would be so lit, dude.
we're gonna make it
Heck
happen
yeah.
somehow. All right. So message.
Yeah. So.
Whoa! The haters.
Oh, we're gonna hit up on the haters.
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw that one in the parking lot and I was like,
definitely,
oh,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
that's a good one.
Haters, heck yeah. So, how often do you get haters? Is really the question. Like how
So-
many?
every week, Pimpin. You know what I'm saying?
No, every day, bro. Online is where it's the worst, right? Because there's no consequence to the keyboard warrior. Say whatever you want and get away with it, right?
That's very true.
In person,
Come say it to my face. You don't like me.
yeah. In
Shout
person,
out
we kind of
Jeezy.
touched on that earlier, like how people won't really say something to you, and,
but it comes.
but it comes back around and you hear it, and it's like, oh, okay, that's what you thought. But online, it's really bad, bro, because there's no consequence. So when you put out a podcast and you get a lot of people saying stuff, if you start promoting that, and you're gonna get a lot of people that are talking shit because that's what they do on online. Like on Twitter, it's so bad. I'll promote my stuff, roasted memes, whatever, nonstop. But that's part of the game, and you can't let it get to you.
Hey, that means you listened to my song, thought about it enough to make a meme out of it. Thanks.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you
Like,
have.
you helped me out, bro.
That's the perfect mindset. You have
That's
to
a
handle it like
click.
that.
That's a-
It's
that's
a
a
view.
click.
It's a
That's a
click.
view.
It's more attention to it. Like
Exactly.
We
shout out my
actually have
haters.
firsthand like experience with keyboard warriors, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking.
No
I want to
names.
say the name.
No names. No
Nah,
names.
no names. No
We
names.
won't name no names,
We'll
but
name
like
her-
dog
we'll name
after
her
that march,
Kathy. It's not
after
her actual name.
after
but-
that march we did, dog.
Yeah.
This person goes, "Oh, cool, that's a march, but what's concrete about it?" I'm like, boom, right there. You did not read the article.
Yeah.
Like you
You
just
look
read
at
the
the
title.
news story.
Yeah.
Wayland students walk for victims of physical, sexual, and verbal abuse. Oh, what's concrete about it? Yo, what's concrete about you not actually reading the article to see
Yeah.
how we can turn this to concrete things, you know? And how is it that you don't go to my social media, our social media, to see, oh, this is what they're doing. That's the concrete thing about it. Say whatever you want on Facebook, dog, but like,
Yo, I was Facebook fighting like I
Yo,
was my
we really
grandma.
were,
like
though.
honest to God, bro.
we really
Like,
were.
Yeah.
Like, no, but we killed them with kindness.
Yeah.
We're like, we reacted back to ourselves. We're like, boom, right. All these curse words in the messages. Boom, select all, delete. All right, how are we going to handle this?
Yeah.
Right?
Now you gotta handle it like that, bro. Because if you stoop down to the level and handle it like with anger and frustration and stuff,
Then we look bad.
then you're gonna look bad, and then they're gonna win because they're like, yo, I pissed them off. They big mad now, you know, like I got what I wanted. And so when you hit them with kindness, they shut down. They don't know what to do.
They've yet to reply to us.
Yeah.
Caleb goes, oh, hey, hope you're having a good day. This is how you can make it concrete. We just walked to put ourselves through physical.
We died.
We abuse our bodies, which abuse means abnormally use something, right?
Yeah.
We abnormally use our bodies to walk long distances in order for you guys to see that someone else cares. A, B, that this is legit. Therefore, you can go ahead and donate to this organization.
Perfect.
Have a good day.
Like,
Perfect.
Have a great day.
Icing on the cake, dude.
I was
Right
like,
there.
So every time I look at my Facebook, I'm just like, what is up? Like, comment back, do it. I want you.
We really are, dog. But,
oh my gosh.
But Mitch, the assistant coach, he always told me when I had issues with people, he was like, next time they talk crap to you, be like, hey, you have a nice haircut. Hey, you're really killing it today.
You look cute as hell, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, for real, it'll really flip. It'll really
It's
flip it, dude. They're
weird.
like, they don't know how to handle it because they're trying to get a reaction. They're mad. They're just projecting. That's all it is. Like,
Yeah,
it goes to
exactly.
psychology. They're projecting, and when you don't feed that projection,
They shut down. They don't know what to do from there.
Yeah,
They're like,
and in most cases, they'll probably like calm down and be like, "Oh, my bad," or like you might flip it into a good thing most of the time.
Yeah, exactly. You
Other
don't know
times
nothing about MCM, the bell Gucci on my feet.
But nah, dude, they
Love that
just
song, too.
thanks, man. I appreciate it. That one. That one got a lot of hate on Twitter, a lot of roasts on Twitter because obviously like it's a commercial flex song and you know I got fake money and borrow my friends' cars and stuff like that. But it's
But that's just support, dude. Like,
Nah, that's
okay,
fine.
like, okay, flexing, whatever, but like, look at the positive. Your friends are like, we support you, dude. You
Yeah.
can borrow my car.
Yeah.
You can borrow my house. You can borrow my
Yeah.
driveway, whatever. That's just what keeps it
but
going.
it was a fun track. I was like, dude, I want to make a track like that, like
Yeah,
a flex
just
track. You know,
it. It's cool.
And you're your own producer, you're your own artist, and you're your own writer.
Right, you don't
Therefore,
have
you
to answer
can.
to nobody.
right, right.
I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Y'all keep.
Go ahead.
You have a good time.
But that one, dude, that one got a lot of hate, a lot of roast. But I think it's because of that designer bullshit and that flexing and stuff, and how it's associated mainly with the downfall of rap, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
because that's kind of what the mainstream
Everybody
is.
sees it as the commercial rap, like you were saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
But a lot of people mess with it. A lot of people don't. But dealing with that hate in a positive way
Yeah.
is the only way in my book.
It's really important, especially because, like, if you spend so much time, like how I was saying earlier, like I'm just waiting for that chick to respond to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not healthy.
Yeah.
Like I'm out here trying to do things with this whole podcast, and I'm waiting for this 50-year-old lady with a "Make America Great Again" hat on her profile picture. You know, I'm waiting for her to respond and
then she's
feed
getting
my energy.
she's
and I'm
controlling
like,
your day
exactly.
and your
I'm
energy.
like,
You know what I mean?
I gotta stop that.
Yeah.
It has to be something more positive.
I agree, man. You got to flip it.
Sorry, bro.
You got to flip it, dude.
Exactly, but you know, if you're watching this, she who shall not be named, just so you know.
Change your profile picture.
Yeah, change your profile picture.
Yeah,
You know?
busted. You got caught.
That's right. We were looking through her Facebook trying to find like pictures to roast.
Oh god.
And she didn't have any.
Everything
Yeah.
was Trump.
Everything was like super
And then they
hardcore,
they
right-wing.
compared Trump to like.
Could have been a troll profile.
No, definitely not.
No, yeah, it
No.
definitely wasn't
Because
older lady?
No, don't expose.
Yeah, we're not
don't
even-
expose the sun. But we found the sun.
Bro, we
Oh,
just
God.
spend way too much time and energy
really
on it. We really did.
Yeah, and see that's
Learn
another
from our
thing.
mistakes, though.
Think about the time and energy you spent on that, and you could have put it
It
into
could have been
something.
towards something like this.
Right,
But I mean,
right.
that was like kind of the first time we've experienced hate from people that we don't know.
It really
that we
has.
couldn't,
I think we
have a
handled it
conversation
well
with.
on social media, but
For your
personally,
first
we
time,
didn't
dude,
handle
y'all
it good.
no, y'all handled
No,
it.
personally, we didn't handle it well.
Well.
On social media, we handled it like,
Yeah.
geez.
Yeah.
But like, we're learning, you know.
Dude, it's hard, man. It's a human reaction to get upset or frustrated with
Human
someone.
nature, yeah.
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 You know.
But yeah, so kind of wrap everything up. What is your overall message to anybody trying to start a career, following their dreams in music?
Or are in a slump.
Okay, so if you're in a slump, find what makes you happy. Do more of that. Find what is bringing you down, whether it be friends or work or whatever's around you and do less of that. Like, I dropped a lot of my friends that I used to hang out with because all they wanted to do was party. All they wanted to do was just bullshit, like nothing productive. You know, and I'm sitting here trying to like do something, like, let's do this. Like every now and then, all right. But then it got to the point where that's all they wanted to do. Yeah. Every time I want to do something productive. So it's like, nah, y'all are dragging me down. And it sucks, dude. You're friends with these people. You grow up with these people. And it's hard to just cut people off. But you'll see that if they don't stick around because you're doing something you love and you want to do and they don't support that, then they're not worth being in your life anyways.
For sure.
They're not really your friend if they're not going to support that decision. And I was always going to support whatever they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I just want everybody to be happy. So if you're in a slump, get away from people that drag you down. Get away from negative energy, negative job, work, whatever, and do something that you like. Spend time on yourself. Be a little selfish. Find your happiness. As far as following your dreams and a career, go for it. Like, you're either going to spend your life doing something you don't want to do or spend your life doing something that you want to do or at least trying to do it. And ultimately, we all die, so you might as well enjoy the ride. Kind of a little dark right there, but
but that makes sense.
You might as well enjoy the ride because it's not gonna change. You're not gonna live 200 years, 300 years just because you do something different.
Exactly.
Just because you're doing something for some bless you. Just because you do something for a CEO, you get a lot of money doing something financially, whatever.
If you do live 300 years, let us know. We'll have you on the podcast.
Oh, yeah, who was that rapper?
Investor.
That was on that name. He was like, "Hey, aren't you 17?" He's like, "Nah, I'm 300." Oh,
that sounds something like Kid Boo.
Chief Keef.
Chief Keef. Oh,
Keef.
300. Oh, 300. Yeah, Chief
God.
Keef's actually like paved the way for a lot of like drill rap and a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He's not everybody's cup of tea, but yeah, dude, follow your dreams and have a plan and put in the work and be consistent.
Consistency.
Otherwise, your dreams are just dreams. Like if you don't work and be consistent and constantly try to evolve and be better than yesterday, like there's no point.
Bars.
There's no point in trying, dude, because it's just gonna be a dream.
Exactly. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Just do it.
Just do it.
I fucking love Shia, dude. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
He really
Dude,
is.
he slept on. I think he's super good. He's a little crazy, I guess, like outside, but
yeah, he got crazy.
Yeah, dude, but he's super solid.
Oh,
Solid actor.
I think that's a wrap.
Yeah, that's a wrap, guys.
That's a wrap, dude.
That's a wrap.
All right.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Dude,
Heck
thank you
yeah.
so much for coming on, bro.
Of course, dude. First podcast, first interview, like
First of many, bro. First of many.
Yeah, that's
First
super
rapper.
dope. First rapper on you.
podcast,
Yeah, that's dope, man.
This is pretty cool. So,
All right, just remember, if you're trying to catch bears, use traps.
Trap.
Drop the outro.
Traps.
Much I'm staying up at night, wondering if all the choices that I make are right. A lot of people doing music for a piece of pie, but all I ever